Not even happened. Boy, was online.
Like cloud was going around.
Who had it? Got it somewhere. I don't know where she got it. She's supposed to meet us here. It's true. I hope nothing's wrong. Hey, Bonnie, back here. Barry.
Sit down.
Where have you been?
You're starting to worry.
Something go wrong? Everything. Well, come on, tell us what happened.
If you couldn't get any, don't worry about it.
Oh, I got it all right. Yes, indeed. That's not my problem. As a matter of fact, if I hadn't, I forgot to take them out of my coat pocket. That's how. Boy, how dumb can you get? But why does she usually go through your pocket? That's just it. She never does. But this morning, she was sending a bunch of stuff to the cleaners with Jim. And guess what needed cleaning? Your raincoat, Natch. Oh, you weren't kidding when you said gloom and doom.
This all happened this morning?
Well, I was peacefully sleeping. Let me tell you, I sure woke up in a hurry when I saw what Mom had in her hand.
Bonnie, what do you think you're doing carrying marijuana around in your pocket?
What are you talking about?
You know what I'm talking about. These were in your coat pocket and Jim says they're marijuana.
Jim says, what the... Wait a minute, will you give me a chance to get my eyes open?
It's no wonder you can't open your eyes. What do you expect, doping yourself up with this round stuff?
Oh, for Pete's sake, you don't even know what you're talking about. What do you know about pot?
Pot? Is that what you call it? You listen to me, young lady. Until this morning, I thought marijuana was something to read about in the newspapers, not find in my own home. Now, you wash your face. Come downstairs as fast as you can. Your father wants to talk to you.
How do kids get hold of this stuff anyway? There certainly wasn't any of it around when I was in high school.
Yeah, but there's a lot of it around now, especially around high schools.
What's wrong with the police? Isn't it against the law?
Oh, sure it is, Dad. But it's just like a lot of other things. The police grab one person for selling marijuana, the next day 2 others are selling it. There just aren't enough police to go around.
Since when does Bonnie need the police to tell her what's right and what's wrong? Both of you were raised better.
It really isn't that Bonnie doesn't know better, Mom. Maybe the kids she hangs around with smoke pot, so she thinks she has to try it.
Well, then maybe she better hang around with some other kids. I just can't believe that Meg's that kind of a girl. Her mother's one of my best friends.
You suppose that Meg's mother thinks for a minute that our Bonnie smokes marijuana?
Well, I better get going. I've got to drop that stuff off to the cleaners on my way to Harry's.
What's the rush to get to Harry's?
Nothing in particular. I told him I'd help him with his car this morning.
You think they give up on that bucket of bolts Harry calls a car? They spent a fortune on that thing.
Well, better that than this. I wish I'd never asked Jim what they were.
Thanks a lot, Big Mouth.
Look, if you're going to carry around a pocket full of grass, don't blame me if you get caught.
But you had to tell Mom what it was, though, didn't you?
So she asked me, what was I supposed to say?
If you didn't have to be such a big hero, Mom would have thought they were just ordinary cigarettes.
Oh, you've got to be kidding. Mom's been smoking cigarettes for years. Do you think she's not going to recognize marijuana when she sees it?
Not in a million years, unless somebody told her.
Okay, so I told her. Maybe I don't like the idea of you smoking pot any more than she does.
There's a clean glass right here on the table, Bonnie.
You'd think that creep upstairs never stepped out of line in his whole life.
Well, we've never found marijuana in any of his pockets, Bonnie.
Does that mean it was never there? Just because you didn't find it? Oh, I'm not saying you ever had any. How would I know? But I'll tell you something I do know. Just a few weeks ago, when Jim came home, bombed right out of his mind, I was awake. I heard you trying to get him upstairs. He could hardly walk for crying out loud.
What's that got to do with this?
Well, all I'd like to know is how come he can get smashed. But when it comes to somebody finding sticks of grass in my pocket, the whole family has to push the panic button.
Somebody didn't find them, Bonnie. I did, and I pushed the panic button. Why wouldn't I?
Look, has either one of you ever tried marijuana?
No.
Of course not.
Well, just because you don't know anything about it, automatically it's got to be worse than drinking.
Just hold it a minute, Bonnie. Now you sit down. I think you're way out in left field somewhere. Look, I don't know anything about going over Niagara Falls in a barrel either. I know I'm not about to try it. Now, if you had told me that you heard Jim coming home that night, I'd have told you that Jim and I had a long talk about drinking. Your mother and I don't happen to think that getting drunk is any better than smoking marijuana.
Getting drunk, maybe. But what about having a drink, or two, or guzzling a few beers? That's okay, isn't it?
Not for you, it isn't. If your mother and I enjoy a drink or two before dinner, That's one of the choices left to us because we're old enough to decide for ourselves.
And Jim's 21 now, so that makes him the same as you, right?
That's right. Legally, anyway. But Jim's choices are still restricted by our decisions to an extent, too. He's expected to respect your mother's and my wishes just the same as you are.
Looks like I'm the only one around here without any rights at all.
Depends on what you mean by rights, Bonnie.
You know what I mean.
No, I don't know what you mean. You have your own room. You're free to invite your friends home whenever you feel like it. You come and go with as much freedom as any other girl your age. Now, you have your rights and we respect them, but you do not have the right to have marijuana, let alone bring it home here, and you know it.
One of these days, they're going to change the stupid law, and it'll be just as legal to have grass in your pocket as it is to have beer in the refrigerator.
Not for you, it won't. Legally, you still won't be old enough to have beer in your refrigerator, even if you had one. Bonnie, has it hit you yet that your mother and Jim and I are breaking the law right now just by having this in the house?
Nobody knows it's here.
Does that make it any less illegal? You're not guilty until you're caught, is that it? You know better than that.
You better get that stuff out of here right away, Bonnie.
But it's not mine. Not all of it, anyways.
Oh, whose is it?
Some of the kids gave me some money to pay for it. If I can't deliver the grass, and I can't return their money, what am I going to tell them?
Tell them the truth. You got caught. And you can also tell them they'll have to find somebody else to buy their grass for them from now on.
Don't put it in there, Bonnie. I don't want it to be anywhere I can see it.
What do you want me to do with it?
Flush it down the toilet. That's where it belongs.
You mean you really flushed the stuff down the toilet?
Well, sure. What else was I going to do?
But why? Did your mother watch you while you did it?
Of course not. She wasn't even upstairs.
But they wouldn't even have known. You could have got it out of the house easy enough.
What a waste of perfectly good grass.
Well, at least I can pay your money back. Dad loaned it to me. He's going to take it out of my allowance.
You must be kidding. Why should you have to pay the whole shot?
Because I can't deliver the grass, that's why.
So that's the way it bounces, right?
Sure, it could have happened to anyone, Bonnie.
Yeah, but I know Bonnie's father. And when he says you pay back the money, you pay back the money. Right, Bonnie?
You better believe
Hey,
it.
I've got an idea. Why don't we use the money to buy some more grass?